Okay, all right, all right. Let's see who jumps on board in around this time. I'm curious. Two, four, five. Awesome, awesome. Let's. Hello, everybody. Let's make a point where are you all connecting from. I'm just curious at this time where everybody is connecting from. Um, Hello, my friend. Rachel Williams in the house. Rick, of course, is in the house. Hello, my friend. Uh, where is everybody connecting from? Good evening, my friend. Nice to have you on board, Rick. And Rachel, of course. And Amelia, okay. Scott Smile, I see a few people joining already. Just gonna wait a couple of seconds here just to see what's happening. Who's gonna jump on board? Of course, thank you for the more likes that we get, the more of a feeding frenzy we're going to create. TikTok seems to like the likes and they like the shares, and they bring more people on board. Of course, I'm doing well. Thank you, Lookman. UK, thank you for connecting from the UK. It must be pretty late there. So you're burning the midnight oil. That's awesome. That's all good. So okay, a few people are jumping on board. So today's topic, what I briefly wanted to discuss actually, is in difficult situations or difficult scenarios. Okay, what I suggest that you would do is become even more aware. Okay, and when I say more aware, I mean become fully aware and fully awake of what is happening around you. And when I'm saying in difficult situations, you could be entering a room, for example, or maybe you hear your neighbors across the street arguing, and for some reason, you just got involved in it without you even realizing it. What I would suggest for you to do is to become even more aware and more conscious of what is happening. Okay, there's a reason for this. So when you become more aware, not that I suggest that you're not aware to begin with, but I want you to really emphasize on the awareness, become wide awake, and just feel and see and sense what is happening. Because in this particular moment, this is what's going to happen. Okay, when you bring awareness, you are actually raising the vibrational scale, okay, of the whole situation. And so, even though the situation might be at that moment might look negative to you, okay, what's going to happen is by you creating this new found awareness, like what's going to happen is that situation is going to start rising in your level, and what's going to happen is it will rectify itself, it will fix itself, and even though you're not even the one that's involved in it, but just you being present in the moment and you being aware of what is going on, you are going to actually help the situation just by becoming aware. So, for example, uh, I don't know, you walk into a room and there's an argument, for example, right? In that argument, there's a lot of bickering and a lot of back and forth talking, and you somehow are just in that environment. Maybe it has nothing to do with you, but you're in that environment and you are picking up on all these vibes. At this particular moment, this is where you need to become more aware of what is happening and more conscious of what is happening. And by you doing so, you're going to see that that scenario is actually going to rectify itself. It really will. Um, it's something amazing about our energy. When we keep our energy high and when we keep our awareness high, literally miracles happen around us. And I'm not kidding you. Miracles happen because it's like you are bringing the whole universe into play with you. And by doing so, problems get solved, okay? Solutions are found. People start to feel calmer, better, more at ease, especially when you are in the room or when you are in the vicinity. And all you need to do is you don't even need to utter any word at all. All you need to do is just be there, be present, and be fully aware. Okay, I want you to try this out and see how it plays out for you, because I guarantee you are going to have remarkable results in any situation that you might be feeling. That there's some kind of negativity going on, or there's some kind of an argument, or there's any situation that you believe needs to rectify itself, right? A lot of times what happens when we see scenarios like that, our mind takes over, our thoughts take over, and they actually make us do things that we normally wouldn't do. For example, we would say stuff, or we would think different thoughts that we normally wouldn't do. And what would happen is we actually think that we are helping the situation, but in reality, we might not be helping the situation. Thank you, Amelia. We might be actually making it worse just by, voicing our opinion, or saying something that is not, relevant to the scenario there. That's all I wanted to say. Like, really, just in any scenario or any difficult situation, just become more aware. How do you do that? Just by simply focusing on your energy. First of all, your body energy, internal and external. Just focus on it. Just feel your energy vibrating. The more you feel it, the more it's going to vibrate. And at the same time, as you are feeling this energy vibrating within and without your body, you are going to pay attention to everything that's going on around you, including the so-called negative, quote-unquote, situation. Okay, just focus on it, pay attention to it, be aware of it, but don't put any emotion into the scenario that's playing out. Okay, don't put any emotion. Don't put any thought into it. Don't get involved in it. Good evening, 28 days. Don't get involved in it. Just stay as an observer and awareness, okay, to this whole scenario. And you will see that this scenario is going to play out, and it's going to play out very, very good indeed. Okay. So let's see where you guys connecting from. I'm open for comments. Anybody can make any kind of a comment you want, of course. And having said that, it doesn't have to be with whatever we're discussing, like the topic of the day. It could be anything. I'm open to your conversations or your thoughts. They're always welcome. And let's see what we have. First of all, who's connecting from who? From where? I heard some places. Okay, I know UK was here. Rachel. I've been resting a lot, but I emotional. Okay, Rachel, you are emotional. At least you are aware that you're emotional. Try not to get too caught up in those emotions, okay? Let's see. Okay, so up here we saw what was happening. Let's see what's going on. Rachel, Michael, good evening, okay. United Macedonia is in the house, good evening, sir. Greetings from the Balkan Peninsula. And greetings to you as well, United Macedonia. How is the weather these days out there? I think it's pretty late in the Balkans around this time, isn't it? I think you're burning the midnight oil as well. But regardless of the scenario, I'm happy to have you here on board. And Tom is here from Buffalo, New York. That's awesome. We have, some Europeans, and we also have our American friends, of course, and some people from Canada. That's all great. Can you please speak more about inner speech, conversations, and manifesting? Sure. Mahtab, is it? Okay, so your inner speech or your inner conversations that you might be having within yourself are actually very, very important for you to observe and to become aware of. And the reason for this is because you are going to pick up on certain words that you might be expressing towards yourself. And these words might have some kind of a negative ringtone to them, okay, without you realizing it, of course. But when you become conscious of what is happening, what's going to happen in this scenario, the words that have that kind of a negative ringtone, you would want to replace those words with something more positive. And the reason why I'm saying positive is because even words are vibration and frequency, and the better the words, the higher the frequency, of course, okay? So as far as your manifestation, it's the same principle. You would manifest much, much quicker and much better if you pay attention to those conversations, of course, and if you just don't get caught up in them. Okay, so it's very, very important. It's imperative that you pay attention to your conversations, especially the ones that you are having towards yourself. Okay. All right, Rachel. Okay. Hi there from Seth. Hello, my friend. Haven't seen you in a while, but I'm happy to have you on board, like usual. Hope everything is well with you. And Michael Saint Michel de Cento. Okay, that's awesome. Living in Sweden. Thank you, my friend. We have Sweden in here. Different people from around the world. That's awesome. And Makrab, thank you. You're more than welcome, my friend. Any other questions that we have here? And Marcel is in the house. Thank you, Marcel, for those beautiful roses. And Joyce just joined. Okay. So, for those of you that just jumped in and don't know me, if there's anybody new, you're more than welcome to, of course, check out my, my page here on TikTok. And if you like what you see, of course, you can hit a follow. And right beside the follow, actually, on the friends list, you can hit the little bell icon for notifications. Every time I do upload a video, you would be the first to get notified, of course. And right at the bottom of the page, you will find my link tree. You can tap on that. Once you do that, that's going to direct you to my YouTube and Instagram. I do upload these videos on YouTube. That way we all have access to them and we don't lose them. And for those of you that wish to subscribe, this is your opportunity to do so while I am live. Anybody that does so and wishes to can have a 15-minute Zoom meeting one-on-one with me just to catch up and see where everybody is at. So, Helen is in the house. Hello from South Ways. Okay, thank you, Helen. Thank you for being here. Like usual, always love to have you here. Sydney King, I stumbled upon you yesterday. I love your wisdom and knowledge. Sydney, I'm happy that you used the word stumbled, but I'm going to tell you something that I tell everybody actually, that there are no coincidences. Okay, we are here united for a reason. We bumped into each other, or we stumbled, as you say, into each other for a reason. So happy to have you here. Yes, I figured that it's Wales. I figured, Helen. Happy to have you here. Okay, Sydney King, I fell asleep listening to your third eye shifting. Awesome. So if you fell asleep, that's actually a good sign. That actually means that it worked for you. Unless, of course, I was boring you and you fell asleep. Just kidding. All right. So Damia's here. Okay, hi. I can't visualize or see anything when I meditate. I understand this could be aphantasia. Okay, so aphantasia, lack of fantasy, you mean. All right, so how about this? Do the meditation that is actually my favorite meditation. Instead of you trying to visualize or create something in your fantasy or in your mind, what I suggest when you meditate, what you do is to simply just observe your emotions, observe your thoughts, and just let them go. Come and go, okay? So the point of this is, the more you do this, believe it or not, you will have images coming through your mind as well. You will have images. But the point of this is not for you to tag along to any of these thoughts or images or emotions that might arise. The point is for you to become aware of them and just release them and let them go. By doing so, you're going to quiet your mind. You are going to quiet your whole energetic system, okay, your whole body, and you will pretty much start becoming a one with everything around you over time. Okay, so this is my favorite meditation of all. Try this and see how it works out for you, my friend. Sydney, yes, it worked. Awesome. I'm glad that it worked. Very, very good. Okay, that's awesome. And for those of you that just jumped on board, actually, what I was talking about earlier, before all of you jumped in, was in difficult situations, in difficult scenarios, or what we consider difficult, okay? It could be, for example, you walked into a room and you bumped into somebody arguing with somebody, or maybe your next door neighbors were arguing, or maybe just something simple, thank you, Dami, or Dami, or maybe just something simple as, you walk into a certain space and you just feel this uneasiness about it, okay? What I want you to do at that particular moment is to become fully aware of all your surroundings and scenarios. Become very, very alert, okay? And there's a reason for this. When you become, first of all, aware of your inner and outer energy, like what your body is doing at that particular moment, and at the same time, you become aware of everything around you, like really aware. Like I'm talking about, like you were sleeping and you just woke up out of a dream and you're just fully aware. And I want you to be aware of everything. The sounds, what you see, what you smell, what you taste, everything I want you to be aware of, right? What's going to happen is you are creating a heightened awareness in the actual so-called problem, or in the actual scenario that's playing out. And what's going to happen is you are raising the vibration, you are raising the so-called low vibration into a higher frequency, higher vibration, because this is where you're at right now, right? And as a result, the issue or the problem will get rectified, either by a solution being found instantly, or just by simply everybody's just going to mellow, cool it, and chillax, right? So this is what I was talking about. Create awareness, because the more aware you are, the better it's going to be, okay? I will be donating soon. Just started a job. Not a problem, my friend. Good luck with your job, of course. Amelia, thank you for the subscription. What kind of a job is it, if you don't mind me asking? But you don't have to share if you don't like to. But either or, just make sure you are in alignment with it. That's all I can say, okay? So Tom, when I meditate, I see great people speaking, but don't hear them. Do you know the meaning? Thank you, Amelia. Awesome. No. So, no, when I say no, it doesn't matter what I hear or I see. When you meditate and you see great people speaking, okay, but you don't hear them, you got to dig deep down inside and figure out what this means to you. There's a symbol there of what do great people mean to you, okay? You got to dig deep down inside. It's like almost having a dream. It's the same thing. You got to find the answer, because great people to you are going to mean something different than great people to somebody else, right? So there's definitely a message there for you. You just need to dig down and figure out what that is. So you started working at a restaurant? Awesome. That's very, very good. Okay, any other comments that we might have here? Cat's Kid in Sweden. Okay, once I was taken to outer space and travels through all the space and time and saw giant creature. That is awesome. So basically, I want to know if this was, well, actually it doesn't really matter, because either or, it's still an out-of-body experience. Whether you were dreaming it, or whether it happened when you were in a meditative state, the result is the same. what happened is you left your body and you were traveling around space. And the giant creature that you saw, yes, it is a creature in some different dimension. Okay, but this is the key. This is what I want you to know. It doesn't matter what you see when you travel out of your body. It doesn't matter. All of that is just for you to connect with everything. Okay, so the way you do this is by dropping the fear. That giant creature that you saw in that dimension is a common thing, for example, right? But for you, because you just traveled to that dimension, you think it's odd or awkward, but it really isn't. And if I were you, I would just drop the fear, because the minute you drop the fear, what's going to happen is you will expand, you will grow, you will evolve even more, and you never know, you might even become very good friends with this giant creature. Sydney, okay, I find it difficult, however, I will hang in there until they fire me. Well, whatever it is that you are in alignment with, and when I say you are in alignment with, whatever feels good to you at that particular moment, just follow that, Sydney, okay? Tom, thank you. Awesome. Okay. Is one and made is stars and universes. Okay. I was sleeping. Okay, that's awesome. Even if you were sleeping, you were still traveling, because this is what happens when we sleep, okay? Who we really are doesn't need rest. So even if you want to call it the soul, or it doesn't matter what you want to call it, right? The energetic being of you doesn't need to sleep, doesn't need to rest. So what happens is when your body is resting, you leave your body because there's really nothing there for you to do at that particular moment. Okay, your body is alive even if you're not in it. Okay, for some it might be hard to realize this, but your body is on automatic. It literally is alive still. Consider yourself, for those of you that know, like the Tesla vehicles or any electric vehicle, you drive around in it, and then at when it's time for it to charge, what happens is you just get out of the car at night, then you plug it in, right, and you let it recharge. But you, its driver, who in this case would be the soul, leaves the car, right? Then you just do whatever you need to do, and you go back in the morning when the car is fully recharged. It's the same principle with your body. Now in Macedonia, my awareness lasts just one day. Next day, not the same, or not as previous day, but it is evolving. Yes, it is evolving, and that's okay. At least you are aware of it. So you just got to keep being aware on even the little things that you do, like holding a cup, or writing with something, or even the conversations that you are having. The more aware you become, and the more you practice it, the better and easier it will become for you. Okay, any of my subs here made any comments? I gotta go down and see. Okay, I don't see any. All right. So cats, kittens, our universe is little, not so beautiful. Other universes are much more colorful. So again, even though you were in our universe, you could have been in. There's also parallel universes, many parallel universes that are very, very similar to ours, right? So wherever you went, there's always something that is prettier, there's always something that is more colorful, absolutely. So just enjoy yourself, travel around, and just connect with whatever it is that you want to connect, okay? Thanks for sharing that. Madimeja, I believe, I don't dream. What could be the problem? So, there is no problem, actually. Believe it or not, everybody dreams. We all dream. Every single one of us dreams. The issue, if I might call it that, is that you just simply don't remember it, okay? So it's not that you don't dream, it's just that you don't remember the dream. So, my recommendation for you would be to, A, just before you go to sleep, make the intention known to yourself and to the universe. Just say that you are going to fall asleep, and then when you wake up, you are going to remember your dreams. Okay? Keep in mind we have multiple dreams throughout the night, but even if you remember one or something you catch, that's a big improvement. Okay? So, A, put the intention out there, and B, when you first wake up in the morning, okay, don't move right away. Okay? Like, don't try to stand up or move your body right away, because the minute you do this, whatever you were dreaming tends to disappear. Okay, so the way you would do it is you would wake up in the morning, even if your eyes are open, don't shift. Try to recall at that particular moment if you had any dreams. The minute you recall it at this point, then it's okay. You can move around because you're not going to forget about it. Okay? But this is a main issue that most likely when you wake up in the morning, you start moving around right away, and this is why you don't remember them. Try it out and see how it plays out for you. And then, okay, SMB asked me what I wanted to know, and I asked about past lives, and he showed me. Yes, they will show you if you are ready to actually have that kind of knowledge. So in your case, you were ready to know about your past lives, and you were shown about your past lives. Good for you. That's awesome, actually. So Eva says, I had a narcissistic father, then got named to a possessive husband. I avoid people and use grounding. Okay, so in both scenarios, believe it or not, there are lessons there for you to learn. This is what I call, we all come down to this planet in like soul families, okay? We come to this planet and we all have lessons to learn from one another. So in both these scenarios, there is a lesson, not just for you to learn, but also in return, you're also returning some lessons that they need to learn, okay? But I reassure you that once you have learned whatever it is to learn from those scenarios, things will change. Dramatically, they will change. And cats, okay, looked like TikTok's account with hundreds of videos, and they said, these are your lives. They all. Yes, so it would look like that, or it could look like, like you walk into a library, for example, and there's a whole bunch of books in the shelves, right? And every book that you pick out of the shelf is like a lifetime, one lifetime, right? So you pick a book and you go through the pages, that's like a lifetime. It could be like that too. These show you things that are in alignment with you at that particular moment. And maybe because you are fond of TikTok, I would imagine, they are showing you your lives in a format of TikTok. That's awesome. Thank you for sharing. I love it. It's brilliant. I love it. The Chris Spirit, I love it. Does fasting and diet help achieve awareness, awaken of oneself? So, fasting and diet, believe it or not, do play a role in awareness. And the way they play the role in awareness, or achieving the awakened state, I should say, is by eating certain foods or not eating certain foods. You have different chemical reactions within your body. And as a result, your body can use more of its energy into, into connecting with your higher self or higher being, instead of using energy to digest food. Because digestion, believe it or not, takes a remarkable amount of energy, and thus that's why they tell you not to eat very, very heavy before you go to sleep, because the idea of going to sleep is actually for your body to regenerate, okay, to regenerate its cells and heal its cells. If you eat a heavy meal just before you go to bed, you are you're what do you call it? You're not doing that. What you're doing is you're actually creating stress on your body. And instead of using it to repair itself, it is using now all this energy to digest your food. So it's the same principle with awareness and awakening. Yes, food does play a huge role for sure. Okay, Amelia. Okay, you just tagged somebody. That's awesome. And Helen, do you give messages from loved ones? And if so, are you clairaudience, etc.? So, the idea is this, Helen. The idea is that we all can actually connect with loved ones. We can all get messages from loved ones, okay? Believe it or not, these messages that you would connect with at the beginning might seem like it's your imagination, or it might seem that you're just, not in tune with it. But over time, the more you practice it, the more you will actually become in tune with these with the messages. So I don't give readings, but what I do is I create awareness among people on how to actually connect with their loved ones, okay, and how you can expand your awareness to that point where it meets theirs. Thank you for asking, Ellen. That's awesome. And Amelia, okay, be aware of your thoughts, catch them. Those thoughts are not you. 1000%. I love the way you're tag teaming there. That's very, very good. Hello, and Maz in the house. Hello, my friend. Okay, before TikTok, that's good. Baby girl's in the house. Marcel, thank you for joining, my friend. Breathing is the key. Awesome. I like your comments. And Helen said, thank you. You're no problem, Helen. You're more than welcome. Ma says, I have applied to a Ivy League school. How can I manifest it? Okay. First of all, drop the word how can I manifest it and see it as already being done. Okay, this is the step number one, Ma. Okay, once you see things happening in the present moment, things will magically start to happen for you. So the best way to do this is, again, simply go within your body and feel the energy in your body. There's a reason for this, because when you feel this energy in your body, what you are doing is you are expanding it, okay? This energy is the life force that you have in your body, okay? This life force is connected with who you really are. This is your trigger, your key here, okay? Once you have connected with this energy, now from here you bring the soul, what you want to manifest into the present moment, and you see it being connected with that energy in the present moment. So when you do this, keep in mind that it is imperative. It is very, very important that when you do this, not to say, oh, you know what, once I'm accepted in this school, for example, in the league here, I'm going to feel different. No, the feeling is going to be the same. You know what I mean? So you need to tie your emotion to it and just feel powerful in the moment. That's how you manifest that. Amelia, thank you. Okay. And Dami, okay, how can we help deceased ones ascend to light? Okay, believe it or not, you don't need to help anybody ascend to light. And the reason for this is because sooner or later, everybody will ascend to light. Okay, we can pinch ourselves temporarily away from source, from the light that we say, but there's only light. Okay, there's only light. Darkness is there only when we pinch ourselves from the light. But even if we pinch ourselves off, it's not indefinite. Sooner or later, they will go to the light. So I would just let them play out in their journey, because there are lessons for them to learn there, and just they will ascend on their own time. And Kat says, we're all one. That's why I don't really understand what the role evil plays here on the earth. So again, the role of so-called evil on this planet is for you to grow. It's for you to evolve. It's for you to expand. Like I said earlier, if you don't understand what darkness is, how would you appreciate the light that you really are? You know what I'm saying? This is all a play. It's a game for you to evolve, expand, and grow. It is something that you have chosen for yourself, just to sometimes even challenge yourself, just so you can grow. So evil, in the term that we use here, doesn't exist on the higher levels. There's no such thing as evil, actually. Everything is put in place for our growth and expansion. And Helen, where did you learn all your knowledge from? How did you start? Sorry to ask. It's so amazing. So again, I don't know if you were part of one of my lives that I did a couple of lives back, I believe, right? It started as a long process, believe it or not, but I think I had mentioned it again. To make a long story short, it was downloaded to me from what I believed back then, because that's what I was connected with back then, was the Archangel Gabriel. But having said this, we need to understand that our higher being, our inner being, or even our guides will appear to us, okay? This is key. They will appear to us in forms that we are comfortable with at that particular moment. So at that time, I was comfortable with the archangels and angels and all that stuff. So it appeared to me as Archangel Gabriel, and it gave me a download. Now, I wasn't aware of this until years later, when all this information that was downloaded to me, I automatically started being open to it. Okay, so even though you get information, you still have to be open to it on your own. You still have to accept it. Okay, but it was a long process. It took me years later. But thank you for asking. I didn't get too much into details because that would be a whole brand new live on its own, but that's all good. I can appreciate the light without dark, I promise. I'm sure you can. But again, you need to, challenge yourself and grow and evolve, right? So it's all good. Hello, good evening. Okay, good evening to you too. Camila, thank you for joining. Okay. Hey, awesome friend. Hi, Camila. How are you, my friend? And Tarek is in the house. I get downloads too. I have states I cannot explain and order. So you don't need to explain them, actually. Just let them be. And believe it or not, they will make sense to you at some point in your life. So I wouldn't really, put pressure on myself to understand them at that time. Just like I said, for myself, it took years for me to understand what had happened. So, but it's all good. So it's the vibrational energy you give out, the universe matches it. Yes. So the way the universe operates, okay, is there's no good or bad. So you are here and you are emitting a certain, frequency and vibration. And when you emit this out to the universe, what happens is it's going to send you more of the same back to you, okay? The universe doesn't know if it's good or if it's bad, or there's no such thing as good or bad or anything like that, but it just emits what you emit back, right? I should say what you emit, it emits back to you. So in this case, this is why we say keep your frequency high, keep your emotions high. Don't get too caught up in what we call negative feelings or thoughts or emotions, because you're just going to get more of that. If you feed the universe, that you feel lack of, then all your manifestations are not going to come either, because that's what it's going to send you back. It's going to send you lack of, right? So, very good. I like the way you put it there. And cats, yes, universe is like TikTok. Where are we? You put like on it, gives you more of that. Yes, 1000%. Both negative and positive attention is the key. Absolutely, 1000%. The more you pay attention, the more things magically start to happen to you. But this is the key. You pay attention, but you don't get caught up in what it is that you are paying attention to. Okay, so you pay attention, you let it go. That's the key. All right, so those of you that just jumped on, I'm gonna just say what I wanted to say again at the beginning. If you walk into a difficult situation, doesn't matter what that situation might be, okay, and you want to rectify it, or you want to make it feel, just let it solve itself, right? What you need to do at that particular moment is become so aware and so conscious that when you enter that room, your frequency and vibration just rises naturally. And by you rising your frequency and vibration, the so-called scenario that's playing out in front of you that might be negative, it's going to rectify itself. Because what you are doing by becoming totally aware and present in the moment and connecting with the energy that you are internally and externally, what happens is the universe just comes into play and backs you up with that frequency. And whatever is playing out in front of you, believe it or not, will get rectified on its own. You don't even need to do anything. Thank you for this. You don't even need to do anything. You don't even need to utter a single word. Just your presence, just you being there, being aware, will change the whole scenario right in front of your eyes. And it will happen in front of you too, by the way. It's going to change right in front of you. So this is what I was saying, like you need to bring your awareness there. All right. Very true. Camila, I've had a great day, and now you will be the last one I see before I go to bed. So it ends great too. Love and light to you, Camila. You always have wonderful, wonderful words to say. Always. Cats, it takes willpower to ignore what you don't want. Have it in your reality. It's hard for me to do that. So, yeah, drop the word hard, honestly, because it's not serving you. What you want to do is just simply be aware, okay? The key is not to ignore. The key is to become aware. And when you become aware, you just don't cling on to things. You just let them pass, okay? Ignoring are two different things. Ignoring is just... you're not bringing any awareness when you ignore something. But the key here is to bring awareness into the plate. Okay, that's awesome. Awesome. What other comments do we have? Tarek, okay, sometimes I see beings when I close my eyes. Yesterday saw owl like man. Yes, because every time you close your eyes, you can also shift, or not shift. You can enter other dimensions when you close your eyes. You can see other beings from other realities. The thing is, these realities you can also connect with your eyes open, but what happens when we close our eyes, we are more disconnected from the reality that we're in and more open to whatever else wants to reveal itself. So that's a beautiful, beautiful statement. That's awesome. Thank you. All right. I see more people here. Again, for those of you that have just joined, you're new here and don't know me, you can go check out my page. If you like what you see, you can hit a follow, and at the same time you can hit the little bell icon. So every time I upload a video, you will be the first to get notified. And at the same token, right at the bottom of my page, you will see my link tree. You can hit on that, and that's going to direct you to my YouTube and Instagram as well. I do upload these videos on YouTube. That way we all have access to them and we don't lose anything, right? And at the same time, if anybody wishes to subscribe, this is your opportunity while I am live. Anybody that does so and wishes to can have a quick 15-minute Zoom meeting with me, one-on-one, just to catch up and see what, where everybody is at, actually. So, some more comments here. Let's see. Hello, everyone. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Hello, sir. Hello to you, too, as well. Cats, Cindy argued about my behavior and then agreed on leaving me for 7 years. Okay. That's all good. I believe there is frequency of mind which match something that happened. Is it true? yes, there is frequency and vibration, okay, of your thoughts, your emotions, and whatever you put out there, you do match. The things that match actually come to you, I should say, right? Because everything is about frequency and vibration. The whole universe, believe it or not, is again two two main, not two main, two, the only two actually. You have consciousness and you have energy. So everything around us is energy, and you are the consciousness behind it. You are the awareness behind it. So if you project that awareness or that consciousness upon this energy, you can influence it in ways that you wish to influence it. Okay? So that is beautiful. Can you explain déjà vu? So Camila, déjà vu, pretty much what it is, it can be multiple things. One thing is for sure that we all live in the present moment. There's only the present moment. So when you're experiencing déjà vu, a lot of times we think that we were going to a past life and we just experienced this, right? But in reality, everything is unfolded in front of us in the present moment. So when you are having déjà vu, you are literally connecting with yourself in a different reality, and you are doing similar things, maybe not to the exact thing. There might be some little details missing, but this is what a déjà vu really is. Thank you for asking that, Camila. I normally don't get asked that. That's beautiful. Any other questions before I close? I don't want to keep everybody here very, very long today. Cat. This planet is hard. I get so much pain seeing suffering. I want to never come back here. Okay, cats. First of all, I get it what you're saying, but on the other hand, think about it. Everything is in perfect place for you to grow and evolve. Okay, this is how your inner being expands. This is how Source expands, because believe it or not, Source is not a done deal. Source expands as well, and along with Source we expand. So whatever's happening on this planet, believe it or not, is needed for you to expand. Okay, thank you, Camila. Just looked over and seen a book on my shelf, okay, on how to develop clairvoyance. Awesome. Read it and let me know how that plays out for you, okay? Amelia, let me know how that plays out for you. Thank you for sharing your knowledge. Not a problem. Anybody else here? Amelia, beautiful. I understand the silent observer, but do we actually have a purpose? 1000%. Yes, you do have a purpose, okay? The purpose for you is to realize who you are. The purpose of you is to spread love to everything around you. The purpose of you is to become love itself, because you are love and light to begin with. So there's definitely a purpose for you, okay? You have great knowledge, sir. Love it. It's true. I exactly feel everything what you're saying in videos. Thank you for that beautiful comment, my friend. What is the name of the meditation to observe my thoughts? There is no name to it. Just sit there in silence and just observe your thoughts. That's all. Okay? Just be still, be silent, be quiet, close your eyes, stay there for 20 to 30 minutes or even longer, and just be silent with yourself. Okay? And whatever comes, just let it come and go. And believe me, there will come a time, thank you, Anna Moore, there will come a time you will feel one with the whole entire universe. And when you feel this amazing feeling, you're going to realize that you are not separated from the universe, okay? And you will also realize, yes, that you do have a purpose here, okay? So knowing who you are, absolutely, my friend. Yes, knowing who you are is imperative. It is key, okay? You need to know who you are. So, on that note, I'm going to log off here because I can keep going all night with all you wonderful people here. I want to thank every single one of you for being here, for joining me, and for interacting with me. You don't only learn from me, I also learn from you, because it's always a two-way street, okay? And I want to thank everybody. Thank you, my friend, for that. I want to thank everybody. Okay? Love and light to all. And remember, no matter what you do, be the greatest you. And like I said at the beginning, when you bump into difficult scenarios or situations, just bring more awareness to them and they will rectify themselves. No doubt about it. Love and light. Take care. Thank you for connecting.